waging war on corruption. It's Alex Jones, coming to you live from the front lines of the InfoWar.
All right, when we come back, we're going to look at the White House in absolute panic as a second person scales the walls, this time an Army veteran. The wicked flee when none pursue. I'm Alex Jones. Stay with us.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put two and two together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled I-N-F-I-D-E-L, bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
Tell folks how you got introduced to Super Male, and then when Super Female came out, tell us what happened.
After I saw such a huge positive change in my husband, I had to try it for myself.
Talk about the effects.
I feel great when I wake up in the morning. I have drive to go to the gym. I feel like I look better. I feel better. I feel sexier. I love it. Even if you don't believe in supplements, take the challenge. Get a bottle of Super Male, a bottle of Super Female. Check it out for yourself. Consult your physician. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today. This is life-changing.
Another major health threat, this one in Toledo, Ohio, where everybody in the entire city has been told not to drink the water.
Ohio's governor declaring a state of emergency.
Did you know that the average person uses about 80 to 100 gallons of water at home every single day? If there's a water emergency, will you be prepared?
Panicked residents forming long lines throughout the day.
We're here at a supermarket in Toledo. You can see the shelves empty where water once was.
To stay safe and healthy during a crisis, you must have access to safe, clean water. Water which will not be available at your local grocery store.
There's a mad dash on right now to stock up on supplies.
The ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system is a must-have for every modern, independently minded household. Protect your family's safety during an emergency. Go to InfoWarsStore.com today to purchase your ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system or call 1-888-253-3139.
You've heard about the essential qualities of iodine when it comes to your well-being, and you've read the opinions of top experts regarding this good member of the halogen family. Still, reports indicate that iodine is absent in sufficient amounts from the daily lives of countless people worldwide. Now, our extra-strength new nascent iodine formula is here, Survival Shield X2, leading the way into the next generation of super high-quality nascent iodine. InfoWars Life Survival Shield X2 is derived from 200+ million-year-old salt solutions found more than 7,000 feet below the Earth's surface. The result is a unique nascent iodine that is both concentrated and free of unwanted additives, genetically modified ingredients, and completely vegan. We even pre-screen our Survival Shield X2 iodine for radiation. Pure, clean, and sourced from deep within the Earth, X2 nascent iodine is available exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com, InfoWarsStore.com, or call 1-888-253-3139.
General, what do you think about the FBI saying that there's a terror alert on Monday about a potential Fort Hood situation?
The police are shoving people, shoving Alex, shoving the crowd.
Here we go, folks. I'm being assaulted.
Whether it's the radio show, the news websites, documentary films, or the nightly news, InfoWars is the tip of the spear.
Is this another false flag stage attack to take our civil liberties and put more homeland security while sticking their hands down on the pants on the streets?
It's up to us to set brush fires in the minds of men and women everywhere. And that's what PrisonPlanet.tv is designed to do.
You watch, the Assad regime is going to be blamed or accused of using chemical weapons against the so-called rebels.
What we see now is a war against reality. It's a war against the truth.
It's more vital than ever that supporters of freedom become members of PrisonPlanet.tv and share their membership with up to 11 friends and family. Visit InfoWarsNews.com today. Become a member, share your membership, and help take the InfoWar to the next level.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
We now take you live to the Central Texas Command Center in the heart of the resistance. You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
All right, in the middle third of the transmission today, we heard a lot of special reports because I like to showcase really the important analysis and news from a wide variety of different angles and topics that's covered weeknights, 7 o'clock Central, with InfoWars Nightly News. Again, that's 7 o'clock Central. PrisonPlanet.tv is the website. You can go there and subscribe. It's $5.95 a month. 11 people can use the same membership, the same passcode. So share it with your friends and family. If you are a member, it is so essential to get your friends and family watching the Nightly News. If you have not become a member, hey, all my films in HD, 19 years of material up on the site. The site's 14 years old, but we've got stuff that predates it on there. E-books, other documentaries. It's so important to subscribe and support the tip of the spear when it comes to promoting liberty and the First Amendment, to vote with your dollars. So I want to thank all the members of PrisonPlanet.tv and all the supporters of Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com and everything we do here. But now, you're stuck with me here, ladies and gentlemen, this evening here in the last few segments, the last 3 segments, the last 45 minutes of this worldwide broadcast. And then I'll be back tomorrow. Lord willing, we don't take anything for granted. We'll be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central, with the weekday transmission. First, let me tell you some of the news that is coming up. And then I want to get to the situation with 2 different people in the last 4 days scaling the fence at the White House, one of them making it through the front door, another, an Army veteran, making it over the fence. And this is really illustrating what a paper tiger the establishment is and how they're in absolute abject panic and fear right now, evacuating the White House over 2 people scaling the walls. So I'm going to try to cover that from a bunch of different angles here in just a moment. And then I'm going to get into this report, Obama administration blocking information from the press. And that's a big deal because the Associated Press is now complaining, and that's the establishment. And you see an exodus as socialist and collectivist wanting to get their agenda across and completed, now abandon their Lord and Savior, as Jamie Foxx called him, Barack Hussein Obama. Then Australia, but this also happened, remember seeing this happen in Chicago and in Honolulu a few years ago, you can look it up, where the cops and the snitches, poor things, in some cases have sex with as many as 60 prostitutes in 1 year on their 12-hour shifts as part of then busting the Johns that go and use the services. Look, I'm a libertarian, folks. It's time to decriminalize all this because all you do is let the government get involved and make it that much more seedy and corrupt. It's just ridiculous. But Australia, snitch has sex with 60 prostitutes at taxpayer expense. Approximately 10 Sydney councils have called on his services. Yeah, then they use it to blackmail the city council people and others that are using the hookers. And from what I've read in these reports, most of the time they don't even know it's a hooker, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is all about blackmail. The NSA, they've got similar systems in Europe. How do you stop this? You decriminalize it all, and you stop getting in people's business. And then you go after the private Federal Reserve that engineered over $1,000 trillion of fake derivatives that we've all been signed on to. That's a crime. Our government funding Al-Qaeda and ISIS, that's a crime. Not people visiting prostitutes, regardless of what you or I or anybody else may think of it. And they use the fake Pharisee morality to just create whole new reasons to blackmail and control populations. That's what all of this is about. It's what it's always been about. You've got our government funding Al-Qaeda, known as ISIS, to chop heads off all over the world and destabilize, as we proved in the first half hour of the last hour. And you've got the government shipping in narcotics. You've got all of it. It's like drugs. I don't agree with drugs. I don't agree with the drug culture. I'm well known for criticizing it, but I am for decriminalization because it only lets the government become corrupt. It's like prohibition. They made alcohol illegal. Look it up. Alcohol use in that 10-year period tripled. And guess what else tripled? The mafia exploded in size. The police became corrupt. And then when that got done with, they went, oh, let's have drug prohibition now. And then nobody was really using hard drugs then. You could buy them at the drugstore. Drug use was much lower statistically. And so what did they do? The government, the agency started pushing it. Oh, yeah, it was narcotics detectives in New Jersey and New York and other areas of the country. Look it up. Who began to push hard drugs on the street. There wasn't a market, ladies and gentlemen. People weren't using it. It's so sick. It's also government agencies can have a business on the side and corrupt police departments and the lawyers and the rest of it can have a different... I'm telling you, that's what gay marriage is all about. I don't get in people's business what they're doing in their bedroom. But I'm telling you, folks, this whole gay marriage thing's being pushed by the lawyers because they want to be able to start getting everybody getting married so they can get to cut all that money. I'm telling you, that's what's going on here. And it makes me want to throw up. So I guess I've already kind of covered this story. But I remember reading, they tried to pass a state law 2 years ago in Hawaii where cops could have sex with the prostitutes because they were getting caught doing it. And they tried to say they had to do it as part of investigations. Do you know what that is when you make UN officials and other people above the law, or feds think they're above the law and try to pass laws to do it, or Congress passes laws to be above the law on insider trading and stuff like that, which they've done? I mean, how corrupt is that? Just type into a search engine, Congress makes themselves exempt from insider trading, CBS News 4 years ago. It's called titles of nobility. And it's illegal inside the United States. It's in the Constitution that no titles of nobility can be conferred. Of course, we got a lot of politicians that get knighted, don't they? And they get money and they get houses and they get things in England. Colin Powell and others, it's disgusting. But modern titles of nobility are the police and others being above the law and being exempt. In California, over 1 million state workers, including police, local or considered state as well, are exempt from the red light cameras and the license plate scanners so that their names aren't in the database so folks can't stalk them. Hey, how about my name shouldn't be in a database so I can't get stalked? How about I get to have a little privacy too? You guys want to have a big police state where we all live in glass houses, but you don't want to live in a glass house. See, they want us all debating black, white, Hispanic, Asian, racism, Christian, Muslim, Jew, infighting, atheist, infighting. How about we all just agree that we all live by the same laws and the same rules, and we promote a culture of liberty? How about that? How about that? We're going to go to break, come back with the Secret Service news, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to get into what's happening at the White House and how this is a microcosm of the fear that is in the tottering state. All this and more coming up. We'll also look at the latest on Ebola. We'll look at the latest on antidepressants. And, oh, yeah, USA Today. You got Obamacare? They're not going to give you your tax refund. I told you that a few years ago. Now it's in USA Today. We'll be right back. Infowars.com.
Open your eyes. It's time to give your eyes a powerful nutritional boost. Sight is the primary input to the brain, arguably making eyesight the most important sense we have. And just like the other important organs in our bodies, our eyes function at peak levels when they are fed the proper amounts of essential nutrition. Open your eyes. Combining key ingredients like vitamin A, zinc, lutein, proprietary saffron bulb extracts, and more, OcuPower by InfoWars Life is the new formulation specifically designed to nutritionally assist the natural function of healthy eyes. Optimize the natural power of your eyes with the latest addition to the super high-quality InfoWars Life formulations, OcuPower. Go to InfoWarsLife.com or InfoWarsStore.com to order